Shalom and welcome back to our journey through the book of Exodus. Last time we saw God turn the Nile to blood. Now we pick up with Moses and Aaron, two elderly brothers, standing once more before the mighty Pharaoh of Egypt. They deliver God's message, "Let my people go, that they may serve me." But Pharaoh's heart is hard. So at God's command, Aaron stretches his staff over the waters of Egypt. Suddenly the river churns, and from its depths, a living tide of frogs surges forth. They cover the land, a slick, croaking carpet of green. They swarm into every home, leaping into kneading bowls, onto beds, and even into the royal palace. Imagine Pharaoh, bolting upright in his own bed, surrounded by cold, slimy amphibians. In desperation, he summons Moses and Aaron. His own magicians try to replicate the miracle, but only succeed in bringing up more frogs, adding to the chaos. Defeated, Pharaoh begs Moses to pray for the frogs to be removed, promising to let the Israelites go. Moses prays, and the next day, the frogs die. They are gathered into huge, stinking heaps all over Egypt. But as soon as the land has rest, Pharaoh goes back on his word. His heart is hardened once again. So the third plague comes. Aaron strikes the dust of the earth with his staff, and the dust itself transforms. Swarms of gnats rise in thick clouds, tormenting every person and animal in Egypt. The Egyptians are covered in bites, scratching furiously. This time, Pharaoh's magicians are powerless. They can't reproduce this plague, and they admit to Pharaoh, "This is the finger of God." But even this doesn't move him. Pharaoh's heart remains like stone. Then comes the fourth plague. Without warning, thick swarms of flies descend upon Egypt. They are everywhere in the palaces, in the homes of the poor, crawling on food, buzzing incessantly. But here, God makes a powerful distinction. In the land of Goshen, where the Israelites live, there is not a single fly. A clear, miraculous boundary separates God's people from the suffering of the Egyptians. Again, a frantic Pharaoh calls for Moses and Aaron. He tries to negotiate, offering to let them sacrifice, but only within the borders of Egypt. Moses refuses. "We must go 3 days' journey into the wilderness," he insists, just as God commanded. Pharaoh, enraged, drives them away. Yet he calls them back again after Moses prays, and a great wind sweeps every fly out of Egypt. And just like before, the moment the plague is gone, Pharaoh's relief turns to defiance. He hardens his heart and refuses to let the people go. As we close this chapter, picture the scene. In Egypt, there is chaos, stench, and torment. But just a few miles away in Goshen, there is peace. Israelite families gather for their evening meals, untouched by the plagues. This powerful contrast shows us God's sovereignty and his care for his people. He draws a line in the sand, protecting those he calls his own. These events from thousands of years ago remind us that God is in control, his promises are true, and he is a shield for those who trust in him. Thank you for joining me for Exodus chapter 8. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Stay in the scriptures, keep reading your Bible daily, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Shalom. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share.